Lethal Weapon gets the overseas UK box set treatment. The Clint Eastwood 4Ks get official release dates along with the standard edition artwork. Umbrella Entertainment announces its new June slate, including a completely badass Blu-ray box set. Companion and Flight Risk get official Blu-ray and 4K announcements with release dates. It looks like the newly released film The Monkey will be getting a 4K from Decal releasing. And The Hills Are Alive with the sound of 4K as Disney announces The Sound of Music coming to 4K later this year. All this and more in the next Physical Media Report. Stay tuned. Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Mid-Level Media Channel, your hub for everything physical media and entertainment. I am Ken. Today, guys, we are here for the Physical Media Report, episode 252. That is right, guys, your weekly dose of physical media goodness, where we talk about everything new and exciting in the world of 4K and Blu-ray. And look, guys, we don't have a ton of stuff to talk about this week. I mean, it's been kind of a dry year so far, it feels like, for announcements. So hopefully things start heating up pretty soon. But we've got some interesting stuff to talk about, some stuff that I do think some people are going to be very excited about. But before we get into it, hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. We talk about all things physical media on this channel, guys. Blu-rays, 4Ks, owning the movies that you love, all that stuff there behind me every single day. So if you like that kind of stuff, that kind of content, hit the subscribe button. Also hit the like button, and then comment down below, guys, if everything that we go over here today. And like I said, we got some cool stuff to talk about. Tell me what you're the most excited about. Tell me what you're the most amped up for, and tell me what gets those juices flowing the most in that comment section below. So let's just go ahead and jump right into it. I gotta bring my notes out. I forgot to bring my notes out. But we are going to talk about The Monkey, which was a movie that came out in the theaters this past weekend. It is getting a 4K and it is getting a Blu-ray. The pre-order is up currently on barnesandnoble.com. There is no official release date, but it's anticipated that it'll come out on June the 24th. So yeah, and this is going to be coming out from Decal releasing. So I'm liking that Decal it feels like more like embracing the 4K format. Of course, this is an Osgood Perkins films. They did the same thing with Longlegs. Immaculate, they did the Blu-ray, then they did the 4K. I'm hoping that Decal gets more into doing the Blu-ray and the 4K at the same time instead of doing the 4K like months later. I think they did the same thing for Crimes of the Future a couple of years ago. But it's nice to have both options immediately when the film releases on home video. That way people can choose, do I want the Blu-ray? Do I want the 4K? But yeah, The Monkey, it's getting reactions. It's getting positive and negative reactions from what I'm seeing. I haven't got a chance to see it yet in the theaters because it just came out this weekend, but I'm hoping to very soon. But yeah, The Monkey, if you're interested in that, owning it on physical media, you will be able to own it on physical media probably sometime this summer. And again, it's getting a 4K and it's getting a Blu-ray. Both of those pre-orders are up right now on Barnes & Noble, and I anticipate like the full announcement will come within the next few weeks. All right, let's talk about this one. This is one that'll surely get some people excited. The Sound of Music. Disney officially announces. They actually put out like a big statement about The Sound of Music and everything that they're doing with this restoration. But The Sound of Music will be coming to 4K sometime late in 2025. So I anticipate this will be probably a fall title. I would say maybe a late summer, a fall title for The Sound of Music. But let's get into this like big long statement. You guys can read it, if you like, but I'm going to, I guess, skim it and go over the highlights. But basically, Disney has revealed that it will celebrate the 60th anniversary of The Sound of Music with a brand new 4K Blu-ray release, which will arrive on the market later this year. Studio statement, March the 2nd, 2025, will mark 60 years since the tunes of Rodgers and Hammerstein brought the theatrical Hills alive with the cinematic treasure, The Sound of Music. This year, fans of all ages will experience heartwarming sights and sing-along sounds of the classic film and a beautifully restored and remastered version to be released in 4K image resolution, courtesy of the precise work endeavored by the Walt Disney Film Restoration Team. Oh my goodness, they still have a Walt Disney Film Restoration Team. What are they working on? Like one film a year, it feels like. Over the course of 9 months, the restoration team oversaw digital scanning and preserved film footage and expert cleanup efforts to correct any dirt, warping, and other issues encountered. Like, this is the stuff I like to see, guys. Like, more of this, just like explaining the restoration process, what the team is doing. Like I like to see this kind of stuff, and it's cool that Disney's actually putting this out. But yeah, they go on to, talk about the film itself and just more of the restoration process. You guys can read it if you want, but we are getting the Sound of Music in 4K this year from Disney. I think that Disney's actually going to be the one to put this out, unless they do license it to Criterion, which I don't see why they would. But yeah, Sound of Music, classic film. It is a movie that I've seen several times, but it's been years since I've seen The Sound of Music. So I'll definitely pick this one up because it sounds like it's going to be a pretty great 4K from Disney. But let me know if you're excited for The Sound of Music in 4K. The hills are alive, guys, with the sound of 4K. Let me know that in the comment section below. So more on A Nightmare on Elm Street, the Steelbook box set. This is not, again, this is not the official image, obviously, of the Steelbook box set of A Nightmare on Elm Street, but they do show you now on Zavi.com. Like, this is right after the, fake image or the stand-in image of the Nightmare on Elm Street 7 film box set. You swipe over, they have updated it and included this just to pretty much let you guys know like what this box set's going to look like. And it looks like pretty much what we anticipated from Warner Brothers. A nice like steel box with the foam, with the foam lining on the inside with the individual steel books in there as well. And there's 7 steel books. So I think there was another image floating around that had the Never Sleep Again documentary in there. I do not think that this is going to have the Never Sleep Again documentary in there, but it will have A Nightmare on Elm Street Through a New Nightmare. So, I mean, look, guys, I'm like a lot of people, I think this thing is going for $259.99 currently. I'm waiting for that official announcement. I gotta know like what this looks like. I am not for purchasing something that I don't know like what it looks like, even though like I'm pretty sure I'm probably going to get this. Like I just have to, being like a huge Nightmare on Elm Street fan. But I gotta know what it looks like before I drop $260 to pre-order this damn thing. But yeah, it's gonna be this, guys. This is what it's gonna be. And I still think like this is going to be the UK version, unless they do this also in the States, which is possible. They might release one in the States as well. It's available for pre-order on Zavi UK and Zavi US, but it is a UK steelbook set. So they might release it in the States as well. They might do individual steelbooks on Gruv and Amazon to purchase. I hope that they do that just to give people options, because I don't think everybody wants Freddy's Dead on 4K. I don't think everybody wants Nightmare 5. Like, people want to pick and choose, which nightmares they want. So I hope they don't make everybody buy all of them in a set. They give people options, because I know that some people are kind of picky. They just want to get the ones that they like, and that's it. But like me personally, like I love the entire franchise. So I'm happy to get all the films. But again, you got to rebuy the first one. Like we just bought the first one on 4K this past year. But look, this is probably going to be the nicest thing we get for A Nightmare on Elm Street. Like, I don't think there's going to be any kind of like box set version. Probably in the States, they'll do a little flimsy box set version, kind of like the Rocky Ultimate Collection that came out last year. I think that's all we're going to get in the States. And then the UK, we're going to get this Steelbook box set. So I think this will be the nicest thing we get. I don't envision a nice, like, slipcover box set or anything like that. It would be nice if they did something like that. I would much prefer that versus a steelbook set, because I'm not like a huge fan of steelbooks. But let me know what you guys think. Are you going to pre-order this? Are you willing to drop the money on this just knowing that it's going to be a 10 set without seeing the artwork? Let me know in the comment section below. All right, let's talk about Flight Risk. We have the official cover art of the 4K, or no, is it Flight Plan? No, it's Flight Risk. I got written down Flight Plan, but it's Flight Risk, starring Mark Wahlberg, directed, of course, by Mel Gibson. And yeah, this is a nice cover. You see, you're getting the 4K, you're getting the Blu-ray, and you're getting a digital code. There's also a Blu-ray option for this as well. You also got that steel book as well, the traditional Lionsgate steel book with a slipcover that you take it off and you reveal Mark Wahlberg has a bald head, which is kind of a funny steelbook design. But this is coming out from Lionsgate April the 1st. Like I said, you get a 4K, you get a Blu-ray, and you get a 4K steelbook. All these are available to pre-order right now. I'll link all this up. Anything that's available to pre-order, guys, I will link down below in the description. So if you're interested in any of this stuff, use those links down below. They're affiliate links, and they do help support the channel, and I would appreciate it. We've also got Companion. This is a recent film from Warner Brothers, horror sci-fi film. This comes out on April the 1st, and you get in a 4K and you're getting a Blu-ray of Companion. So we talked about this a couple of weeks ago. I think the pre-order went up on Gruv.com. But nice to see we're getting the 4K and we're also getting the Blu-ray at the same time. That's the kind of stuff I like to see, guys. You know, we're getting both of those. Give us our options up front so we know what we're dealing with here. All right, let's talk about these. We got the Clint Eastwood films. You're getting standard versions of those. We've also got the official release date. We showed off the steelbooks last week on the Physical Media Report, but these are coming out April the 15th. So they're coming out April the 15th from Warner Brothers. You're getting steels and you're getting standard editions of Dirty Harry. We've also got the Outlaw Josie Wales, and we've got Pale Rider. Now, these are not showing that they have slipcovers. Neither is Companion. Also, I think that's just the way Warner Brothers shows their stuff when they first put it up. I anticipate these will all have slipcovers on them. I could be wrong. I could be wrong because they do those MOD titles that don't have slipcovers, but I don't think that's going to be the case with these titles like Companion. Also, Flight Risk doesn't have a slipcover. I think that that's probably going to have a slipcover from Lionsgate. And I know that some people out there that they could care less about, you know, the collectible pieces of cardboard, but a lot of us do. So I think that a lot of people will be like, again, why do those not have slipcovers? I get that question a lot. I think that these will. I think that these will. I think these are just images that they're flashing up because if you scroll, if you go on Amazon, you look at those 4Ks. If you go over, like it showed you the back, and the back looks like it's the back of a slipcover. And those also showed like there was 4 hours of special features on Dirty Harry. I didn't pull those images. There was like 2 hours of special features on Outlaw Josie Wales, and also the same with Pale Rider. I don't know if those are going to be new features. Like I was trying to compare the features on the back of that to my Dirty Harry Blu-ray. And there looked like there was some new stuff on there. So there might be new special features for these 4Ks to go along with these movies because Warner Brothers has done new special features recently for some of these films. So I'm thinking that there might be some new special features with these, but maybe there were just ones that were on other editions that they were showing on the back that I'm just not too familiar with. But yeah, I'm not like super crazy about these covers. I'm gonna be honest. The steelbooks, honestly, like they look much nicer than these do. The Outlaw Josie Wales isn't bad. Like that's a fine looking cover right there for that. Pale Rider's okay, but Dirty Harry, I don't know. I don't think that works with the police lights and stuff behind it. I just don't think that looks particularly that good. And they just look very faded as well. But let me know what you guys think. They just look very basic, but I'm sure they're going to look great though. I'm sure they're going to look great on 4K. I'm excited to watch all of them on 4K as well. So let me know if you guys are in the comment section below. They come out April the 15th, and I think there's pre-orders for the steelbooks and the standard versions, which again, I'll link down below in the description. We've also got, guys, look, if you're a huge, massive Dirty Harry fan and you don't want just a regular steelbook, you don't want just a standard edition of it on 4K, there's a box set, guys. There is a box set over in the UK of Dirty Harry, and that is available to pre-order right now. I'm pretty sure possibly on Zavi, maybe somewhere else, but I'll try to link that down below as well. But this thing looks nice. It does look nice, and it's pretty in line with all the other box sets that Warner Brothers does, like the Twister set, Nightmare on Elm Street, all that stuff that they've done in the past. But really nice looking set, and it does look like it's a steelbook set. Probably has the same steelbook in it that's over here in the States. You got posters, you got art cards, you got police file recreations, you got images and pictures right there as well. Just a lot of cool stuff. Like if you're a massive Dirty Harry fan, I imagine you're going to want to get this UK box set edition. But yeah, it sucks that we don't get stuff like that in the States, to be honest. But it's, at least we have the option. Like we can import it if we want. That'll probably be on Diabolic and Orbit too, I imagine. I think the release date for that is also April the 15th. Now let's get into an MVD Rewind release right here. We got Terminus. This is coming out on June the 10th. So it's actually coming out a pretty good while away from right now. But you got all the different covers right there. Really cool covers. I think that this one on the right here is probably the interior artwork. Probably the reversible artwork. But yeah, I'm not too familiar with this movie. It's got Karen Allen in it. I know that, but let me know if you guys are. I just love the look of the MVD Rewind collection. Like I love that retro like aesthetic, like almost VHS like rental store look. I always think it's pretty cool. But let me know if you've seen Terminus, if you're interested in the Blu-ray edition of it. I don't know if it's ever had a Blu-ray before. But it is a cool looking set. Let's talk about the Umbrella June releases. Yes, Umbrella is already on June. As far they're like always way ahead of all the other boutique labels. But they got some cool looking stuff. You got an Australian horror film, Wake in Fright, that is getting a 4K box set release. The thing I like about Umbrella is they give you like multiple options. So yes, there's this Wake in Fright like big set right here with like a glass and all this like extra stuff and a t-shirt. You don't have to get that. You can get the regular box set. You can also get a regular edition with the slipcover, and you can also just get a regular standard edition with no slipcover. They give you multiple options, which is why I think Umbrella is pretty damn awesome, because they're not making you buy like $150 set like Imprint does, sometimes with the Never Ending Story. Like you got plenty of different options to get these films, but you got Wake in Frights on 4K. You got the 10 Canoes Blu-ray set, which I'm not familiar with 10 Canoes at all. Then you got the Waves of Madness, which looks like some kind of like slipcover edition. And I think, I don't know, I think all these are like Australian films. But then lastly, guys, let me show you a bigger image of this. You got the New Extremity Collection Volume 1, which is basically a collection of French extremity films. Is that how you pronounce that? All the like French like extreme horror films, that kind of like new wave of horror films that came around in the early 2000s with High Tension. And you also got Martyrs here. You've also got Frontiers, and you've got trying to see what the other film is. I can't quite make that one out. I wish I would have pulled a better image, but you got 4 films right here from Umbrella. And the only thing about this, guys, is I've got like good editions of all these films except for the one that I can't remember the title of. I've got a second sight box set of Frontiers. I've got a second sight box set of High Tension, and I've got a Umbrella edition of Martyrs. So like, and it's probably the same Blu-ray that they're including in this set right here. So that's my only issue. But if you don't have any of those movies, like that's probably going to be a pretty cool set if you want to get into these more like French extreme horror films from the early 2000s. But yeah, it's cool, and they're saying it's volume 1, which implies there's probably going to be a volume 2 and maybe possibly a volume 3 at some point. But like I said, I've got quite a few of these films from Second Sight and already from Umbrella. So, not really, a box set that I would be particularly interested in. But if you don't have any of the titles, like it's a cool looking box set that includes a lot of cool films in it. And I think it's like, I think the other one's like Anatomy of something. I could be wrong. Anatomy? I'm trying to look. Anatomy of something. But yeah, that's the Umbrella announcements for the month of June. Let's move on to this. This was announced like right after I got done filming the physical media report last week. But the Lethal Weapon, there's going to be a Lethal Weapon Steelbook box set. We do not have the cover artwork. I just hate how like Warner Brothers announces this stuff, guys, with this like stand-in artwork. Like Dirty Harry, they showed you everything because they already announced the Steelbook. But with this, it's like they're not showing you what it's actually going to be. I mean, of course, we're going to get that at some point, but the Lethal Weapon 4K box set, it's available to pre-order right now, and it comes out on May the 19th. So that's implying that we're probably going to get the Lethal Weapon 4K sometime in May. So yeah, nice box set of Lethal Weapon on 4K with all kinds of art cards, and it looks like you got like overseas foreign posters as well on this thing. So really cool presentation. You got it looks like you're going to have the theatrical. I know this is a big question when I talked about it last week. Theatrical and director's cut in 4K and Blu-ray. So I'm assuming that you're going to get the director's cut and the theatrical version on 4K when they release it in the States as well. That's not going to be exclusive to this box set. So I know a lot of people were asking about that last week when I talked about Lethal Weapon. But this is a cool box set for sure. Again, my only like gripe is like you're going to do the same thing you did with Nightmare on Elm Street, and you are. You're going to put this out on 4K, and then next year you're going to do a Lethal Weapon 4K box set with all 4 of the Lethal Weapon films. That's 100% going to happen. So yeah, that's my only issue. But all right, guys, let's go ahead and get into the deals. We actually have quite a few like really awesome deals going right now on Amazon and on Gruv.com. I feel like the Love is in the Scare sale, the Valentine's Day sale from Screen Factory might still be going on. I'm not exactly sure, but I don't think there's any other big sales that are going on. Of course, in the month of March, I'm anticipating we're going to get another Criterion Flash sale. And we're also probably going to be getting a Kino Lorber sale as well. But let's scroll down here, guys. We got a lot of good deals on Lionsgate titles, also some Warner Brothers titles as well, and Kino Lorber. Civil War on 4K is $12.99, which is a great price for that. That's better than the price I paid like during Black Friday. So that's a good price for the Civil War 4K. We've also got Maxine on 4K for $18.99. We've got The Wailing on 4K for $14.99. Bodies on Blu-ray for $9.49. Talk to Me on 4K for $9.49. Face Off on 4K for $17.85. And again, guys, I'll have all these deals linked down below if you're interested. Now, I am filming this a day before, so it's very possible that some of these deals might still not be in effect when this comes out tomorrow. But hopefully some of them will be. The Green Knights on 4K for $10.49. Like, that's a great price. Pearl on Blu-ray for $11.49. The Iron Claw on Blu-ray for $5.99. Like, that's a great price for the Iron Claw on Blu-ray. Blade Runner 2049, which is one of the best 4Ks. Like, that is a reference 4K. $14.99 for that. We've also got the subs. I think that's the regular price for the Substance, but that's on Blu-ray for $16.96. Thong Girls, guys, for $18.48. We've got Dog Day Afternoon on Blu-ray for $12.99. I'm really hoping that gets a 4K this year. Like, I feel like that would be a great Criterion 4K. 100%. Two Mules for Sister Sarah's, $20.99. Let's see. Swiss Army Man's $11.49. That's such a wacky but great film. Superman the movie on 4K is $16.99. Stalag 17 is $17.49. We've got let's see. This is another Civil War 4K, but that's $27.99. The Witch on 4K, guys. If you don't want to shell out for the second sight, you can get the Lionsgate version, which is not as good. But it is a 4K, $13.99 for that. We've also got Past Lives on here for $12.99. So a lot of good deals, guys. Again, I'll link everything. If there's any new deals or sales, I'll link those down below as well as they come up. So just look down below for all the sales and all that good stuff. All right, let's move to Gruv.com. I always like to go over Gruv. They got a comedy sale going on right now. A lot of DVDs and Blu-rays. There's some comedy films like Striptease and Thoroughbreds. The Holdovers. This is Spinal Tap, which I was thinking about getting. This is Spinal Tap. That's a great movie. I don't have that in the collection. That's $8.99 for that. But you got Career Opportunities on DVD. I mean, that's getting ready to get a 4K. 40-Year-Old Virgin. I mean, not the best prices, to be completely honest. Like, you're paying $7.99 for DVDs, but it's a decent sale for the Blu-rays for sure. I mean, Irresistible, Belfast, Horrible Bosses, Austin Powers. Like, you got some good stuff on here. Hall Pass, Cop Out. I mean, to be perfectly honest, a lot of this stuff, like, I feel like I bought it like thrifting spots for far cheaper in the past. Like, I think I bought Hall Pass for like $3 at a Goodwill one time. But you got Overboard on here. Campaign, About Schmitz. Yeah, not the best sale in the world, if I'm being completely honest. But let's see if there's anything else. You got deals on DC Blu-ray movies, so you can buy some DC films. I mean, Shazam, Fury of the Gods for $8.99. Justice League, Catwoman. Who doesn't want Catwoman on Blu-ray for $8.99? Oh my goodness. But you got the Burton Batman films for $8.99 on Blu-ray if you don't care about the 4Ks, which the 4Ks are great, but if you don't care about it. The Batman on Blu-ray. So yeah, check out some of these deals. I mean, Gruv always has deals, guys. Every single weekend, it's like a new deal for Gruv. They're just always doing good stuff over there. So, and now, guys, let's go ahead and get into what is new this week. There's a lot of really great stuff coming out the week of February the 25th. Like, to close out February, this is a pretty strong ending to the month right here. Let me pull up my list one more time, guys. Why am I so unprepared all the time? Oh my goodness. We've got Amadeus coming to 4K this week. And I think there's also an overseas UK box set edition of this. I don't know if it's still available right now, but there's no US steelbook of Amadeus. So you can get the 4K of Amadeus on February the 25th from Warner Brothers for $29.49. And look, guys, I just got done watching Amadeus like right before I came in here to film the Physical Media Report. And I will be doing a review, but all I can say is if you're a fan of this film, I think you'll be happy. I think you'll be happy with the restoration for sure. But yeah, Amadeus, one of my favorite films from the 80s. Like, I love this movie. Now you're just getting the theatrical cut. You are not getting the director's cut of Amadeus on 4K. So that is a little bit of an issue right there. But yeah, guys, if you're a fan of this film, like you probably want to get this one on 4K. But yeah, that's $29.49 right now. Currently, we've also got Cruising on 4K, which I just reviewed this one a couple of weeks ago. This is coming out from Arrow Video. The price point right now, I think dropped. Wrote down 48.49, but I actually think this dropped down to like $34. I want to say it dropped down. Maybe it was 38 that it dropped down to. I don't think it's $48 anymore. I think Arrow Video did drop this down, which a lot of times, guys, when these first get announced, they'll have these placeholder like price tags, which makes you, a little leery of wanting to pre-order because you're like, are they going to actually charge me this? And look, guys, with Amazon now, it used to be back in the day, you could comfortably pre-order something at a higher price and know that they would drop it like right before it came out. You can't trust that anymore. Amazon will like actually take your money at the highest price point. Then right after it releases, after release date, they'll drop the price and they will not refund you like they used to. They used to refund you. They will not do that anymore. But yeah, Cruising, guys, just check the price point again. I'll link it down below. This is a great edition, though. If you want to hear more of my insight on it, go check out my review. We've also got the two Lionsgate Limited Steelbooks. You got the Third Man and you got Your Next coming out this week. The Third Man 4K Steelbook is coming out, again, exclusively on the Lionsgate Limited website, and it's going to be $49.99. Now, what I can tell you about this, because I do have this right now, I'll be talking about it at some point on the channel. It's not a regular Steelbook package. Like, it is a Steelbook, and it's inside of a slipcover, but there's also like a booklet, art cards, and like a poster shoved up in there as well. So it's more than the usual like standard 4K Steelbook, which is why it's a little bit more expensive. But that is $49.99 for that. And the Your Next 4K Steelbook is $39.99. Now, the one cool thing about the Your Next 4K Steelbook is I believe, I haven't went through everything yet, but I believe it has all the same features as the second sight 4K. So if you didn't grab that second sight, you can get all the features on this edition right here for just a little bit lower price point. You still get a really cool edition of that as well. Again, I'll be talking about both of those Steelbooks more in depth in a video probably later this week. We've also got Graveyard Shift coming out from Kino Lorber for $31.49. I talked about this in a Blu-ray collection update recently. But yeah, this is it's a solid edition. It has all the Scream Factory features on it. It's a solid edition. We've also got Body Parts coming out on 4K this week for $31.49. We got a Forbidden Kingdom, or The Forbidden Kingdom 4K Steelbook coming out this week from Lionsgate for $34.99. Now, this is not on the Lionsgate Limited website. This is exclusively on Amazon. So they're still doing Amazon exclusives, and they're still doing the Lionsgate Limited exclusives. But so yeah, you can get this one on Amazon. This is a Jackie Chan film from, I think, 2008. Never seen this film. I wanted to pre-order this one, but I just have not done it yet. So I may get this one pretty soon. We've also got My Girl coming out this week, guys. Classic kids movie with a very dark, twisted ending to it. My Girl coming out this week on 4K from Sony, and this is coming out for $34.49. We've also got Kronos. Guillermo del Toro's Kronos is getting a 4K release this week from the Criterion Collection for $34.99. And we're also getting Performance on 4K, and it's getting a Blu-ray edition from Criterion. The 4K is $34.99, and the Blu-ray is $27.99. So let me bring up this calendar right here. There's other stuff coming out this week. You got some of the Vinegar Syndrome stuff, a standard edition of Virtuosity on 4K. You also got Deranged on 4K, Joyride, The Mask of Satan coming out from Severin Films, Thong Girls coming out from Severin, The Canyons, Influencer, her Hokuriku, Proxy War, which I showed off recently on the channel, Welcome to Fun City, The Joy of Sex, A Lady Assassin, The Cats. A lot of this stuff I showed off in a previous collection update. Dinosaur Valley Girls, The Conqueror, which is actually a film that I do want to add to the collection at some point. It's coming out from Kino Lorber. That's a John Wayne film. So at this point, guys, I want all the John Wayne stuff in the collection. Noble House, which got an Umbrella release last year, but if you don't want to spend like $50, $60 to get that set, you can get this nice Kino Lorber edition for probably $17 on Blu-ray. You've also got Evil Inku 4K. It's a film with Malcolm McDowell in it. You got Hard Truce, Blu-ray of that. You got Video Man. We got Gwen. You got Rumpelstiltskin on 4K, a standard edition of that's coming out this week. Dinner with Leatherface. Again, I just showed this stuff off on the channel. Project Silence on 4K, Respiro 2073, Visitors, Yellow Orange Village, Devils coming out from Terror Vision, it looks like. So yeah, lots of good stuff coming out this week, guys. It's a strong week. Thieves Like Us, like they're starting to release standard editions of some of these cinematography titles, which is pretty cool. Character is coming out on Blu-ray this week. So yeah, lots of good stuff coming out this week from various labels and studios and physical media, guys. It's alive. Physical media is alive, and it is well. But thank you all so much for watching this 252nd edition of the Physical Media Report. God, we have been going for a long time. I'm nearing my 5-year anniversary of doing the Physical Media Report, and I've done these nearly every single week since I've started. So thank you all so much for watching, for supporting the channel. Like, comment, subscribe. I hope you feel more informed in the world of physical media as well. Turn on those bell notifications for all future videos. I got tons of stuff coming this week, guys. Tons of stuff to cover on this channel. And follow me on all my social media accounts down below in the description, and we'll see you next time.